back. So yeah, I'm going to go spray some boards up in a bit as well, because I'm flipping out. There's actually quite a lot to do today, to be honest. And as I said, the giveaway's on as well. Let's get warmed up. Literally, this is what I do to warm up. Man, I wish I could go for a skate today, but it's like raining earlier. Clean, clean, clean. Not so clean. Oh, I struggle with switch flips, I really do. Oh man, I feel rusty. But I wonder if people still use that term, or maybe. Oh, I'm so shit today. Well, practice indeed makes okayness, not perfect. Because you skate for years, right, and you still be rusty. Well, I will anyway. I feel like no one ever lands a trick 100% of the time. So 1 second, I'm just going to get it. Fluid intake right now. Oh, I've got a bit of a headache going on. But yeah, so everyone, welcome back. Oh. Sometimes there is something no better than a drink. So refreshing. Anyway, welcome back. So today, as I said, there's going to be the giveaway. But for the giveaway, people need to be signed up to the shop. As I said, then I know who wants a board. I know there's some people who aren't actually interested. Why am I so shit today? I know there's people that aren't interested in them, and that's why people follow me for the art purposes or anything like that. It feels a bit pointless to just pick someone from here, because I tried doing it for my last platform, and it was literally like, you know, double little passes to the next person sort of thing. It was like going up to people, it was like, do you want it? And they're like, no. I'll mess someone else. Do you want it? You know? And it got to a point where like nobody wanted it, because people followed me for the art. Not many people fingerboarded at the time, or they were skaters. But now I've still got a lot more of a fingerboard community and the shop. I can't wait till I can add the skateboard section. Just wait, can I actually bring this down? I can. So I haven't finished printing this graphic off yet. Still got more to add to it. As you see, I do see the one in the background. We've got tops and beanies and everything like that. Oh man, please don't be getting it all. This happens all the time. So people follow me on live and I'm just like casually like have a sore throat most of the time. People can bear with while I have a warm up. It's all good. I hope everyone's having a good start of the week anyway. Unfortunately, as I say, I'm super rusty. It's going to take me a while, clearly. Bro, what is this? It's embarrassing, that's what it is. Hello, welcome. And so everyone's having a good week. Bro, I've literally been I've done too many graphics this month, so I'm like, how many have I done? Like 18 different graphics. So I think that's why I'm so rusty today. Not even today, the last few days have been absolutely terrible. I would go for a skate, but actually I'll show people. So this is literally my, oh, wrong one. Oh, we had a bit of movement. If we pull it, push it, pull it, yeah, see? Get a bit of movement on it, but yeah man, absolutely mashed up. So that actually hurt my hand. The carpal tunnel already got worse. Don't need to make it any worse. Hello man, welcome. As I said, there is a giveaway at the moment, so you can fingerboard better than me, because I'm terrible today. It's going to be a beanie, so I've got a real sore throat, don't worry. A beanie, maybe a top, but I don't know, a pack of wax. It's going to have a if you can get a glow in the dark board. I'm not sure what to do really when it comes to which board though, because there's a lot of graphics. And I'm tempted to do like a pack where you get the person wins 2 boards, they get like a glow in the dark one and a normal board. And then it's like over £100 giveaway. Or, hello, welcome. Or do I do like 3 prizes? Do you know what I mean? Do I do 3 different prizes? And how will people win it? So I mean, if people want to have some input, 1, I'm not lazy, I just have a lot to do. And 2, I don't know, I think it's nice when people get to pick or have a bit of an input into it, you know, how they could win. So you could win a complete pack of wax, 2 boards and a beanie. I think that's a bargain. And obviously grip tape as well. Well, there's 3 people watching, but who knows, bro? Who knows? At the end of the day, it's just what happens, isn't it? You know, it's a niche. It's not. Ooh, come on, clean up. Fingerboarding is very niche. Very niche. You know what I mean, especially where I'm from in the UK. But skateboarding not so much. Like when I skate, people obviously love it. But I mean, people are like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because obviously skating, I had a lot of injuries. I still skate. I just don't skate for people's. Why can't I do this trick right now? I don't skate for people's like pleasure or anything. But I'm not, that's how I learned a heel flip, was trying to do a varial heel on a fingerboard. I've had loads of jobs. Before I started my own business, I worked in a dairy place where, you know, you had to like, so we made like mascarpone, whatever it's called, and clotted cream and stuff like that. And what else did I do, bro? I've literally worked in so many jobs. I'm 25 now, and I started working when I was like 14. So, you know, 11 years, loads of different jobs, but it's all good, man. People come. It's funny because people do come at me at the end of the day, like, I'm happier now potentially with less money than I was when I was working day and nights and having loads of money. Because you're like, what's the quality of life if you don't get to experience life? Do you know what I mean? Or get to do what you want to do. I get to draw, design graphics, come up with new things. I appreciate it, man, honestly. So I've literally made so much. I've gone and made mystery packs. I've designed the website, packaging. I do the packaging here as well. You know what I mean? So not just in these things, but they come with like, obviously they don't look like that. That's just, they have a piece of orange card with it as well. Like, you know, and it just holds like, I need to put one into a pack so people can see, so people can see how nice it is. But I actually have medical, so yeah, to be fair, I literally have medical broccoli because of seizures and stuff like that. Because I had injuries like a slip disc in my spine, a compound fracture, the bone came out my arm. So that's what a compound fracture is, where a bone snaps and just, you know. And I don't know, heel flipping a kickflip afterwards because I have a high pain tolerance. Didn't realise until my mate was like, no mate, your arm. And I went to pull down my sleeve and I couldn't. It did make me feel a bit wheezy afterwards seeing your bone like that, but still, I have a crazy high pain tolerance. And I'm a slip disc in my spine, and that's just being a skater, isn't it? And then, so what inspired me to want to start a business? I stopped skating because the doctor put me on a lot of painkillers, and like, don't get me wrong, I still skated for a lot of it, but then it got too heavy. I was on like morphine sulfate, like liquid, like an oromorph and stuff like that, and it got to a point where I was like completely out of it. Do you know what I mean? It was horrible. And I mean, you can go see I still can do stuff like varial kick flips, heel flip. I used to do like lasers, you know. I was a good skater, but then as I said, after all the injuries, stopped drawing and everything like that, stopped everything I loved, stopped everything that was me. that's what substances do to you, I'm afraid. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, now I have control over it because I don't drink or anything. I just occasionally have a medical broccoli because I've got really bad ADHD and glaucoma, and it helps with my arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and also mental issues as well. But like, it's not like a thing to rely on always in my you know what I mean? It's like a crutch. It's not like nothing. The best thing in life, the best cure, is to just do what makes you happy. Be it drawing, skating, running, swimming, hiking. Just do it. You know what I mean? Life is too short to care about it. Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, life's just too short to care about what other people think. You just got to do you. Yeah, I've been homeless and stuff like that. When I was about 18, left care for a year or so, and that had an impact on me as well. Society just treated me like shit, and now I'm doing well for myself. People treat me like shit. It doesn't matter where you are. You know what I mean? People try and pull you down. People are just negative. It just doesn't matter. Just gotta ignore them. in real life skating. Well, I can't really skate in that, man. It's raining and it's a bit cold. I'm literally shaking right now because how cold I am. My arthritis, I'm going to see from my arthritis around my knuckles, but like they're so inflamed at the moment today. But I'm so rusty at fingerboard as well. Arthritis just doesn't help. It's kind of sad, really. Oh, see, rusty. That's the truth of it, isn't it? It's like, well, skateboarding, I'll be honest with you, because arthritis hasn't affected my knees as bad yet. Why can't I switch to it? What? People go watch my videos, you'll see that I can fingerboard. They just take about, what, 10 years to warm up, you know? It's a long-ass process. But that's why I like it. It's a good challenge. I mean, it keeps you off your phone. You know, games get a little bit boring after a while. As people get older, like me, you just struggle. Because it's all the same, innit? Do you know what I mean? But this is a good challenge. This is, you know. Obviously, I always still like love skating. The reason I don't post skate too much, people are like, do this trick, do that trick. Like, from people, it's like doing do a kickflip. From people who like have never touched skateboards, you can't do half shot. I used to doing it. It doesn't matter about what you can do. You know, if anything, what I love about it is skaters are normally quite chill people. But if you think about it, skaters are driven. The amount of times now, fair enough, people are nicer to skaters, but I used to have people try and chuck sticks in the way and stuff like that, like fall off the board. And you go, even self-injury, just a lot of things like that, and then people just that integrity you carry over to something else. There's a guy who I wanted to be sponsored by when I was younger. It's quite a funny story. He was like, you can't have a shop, make, you know, design graphics, run a shop, do all the business stuff, and also be a pro skater and go out and get clips so they travel. I was like, yeah, watch me. And then obviously, yeah, I've now thought about it. Like, yeah, I still skate again. I've come back to it, but I'm like, yeah, he's kind of got a point. I'd see how difficult that'd be, because just having a business alone, even when it is something you love, do you know what I mean? Guys, I am shaking. It's that cold in here. It's freezing. And I can see my hair's all stuck. Still, I can't even really see the goosebumps, but still, it's so cold. What's going on? But yeah, we've been making ramps as well soon. So obviously, but I feel like I've got to bring them over. Oh well, pain in the ass. And then we've got the glow in the dark boards as well. So all these graphic works are gonna, and the stand. As I said, I don't know if I said stand slightly, bro. That's how people know if I'm like medicated or not. But yeah, but you won't get graphics like this in any other company except what, like, I don't know, I'm not scared to do them, but it's just like, why not? I appreciate it, man. I guess you see my daily, kind of see my daily live streams, and yeah, I do. You got, you know what I mean? I've said to my partner as well. She's like struggling with less than like with work. Cause I mean, who doesn't hate the day job? Do you know what I mean? Like, it must be difficult seeing me do what I enjoy doing. That's the truth. But I'm doing this for, you know, working my ass off because I just want to be in a place of stability, something I'm proud of, and also hope to show other people a more positive, I don't know, way of, I don't know, like dedicating yourself to stuff. It's hard to word. I struggle to word it, but I know exactly kind of, well, not exactly what I'm doing. Obviously, no one knows what they're doing, but just think outside the box slightly and be different. So obviously, from my flat, I've managed to build a whole skate company, and there's something like, I mean, that is something like Tony Hawk done. Do you know what I mean? Realistically, I'm not trying to compare myself to him. He's a legend, and I, John, they're so humble, and I wish I could be that humble. I really wish. Do you know what I mean? Like that, I've already proven not to be, because the way people come at me, I'll be like, no, I go back at. I'm a little bit more of a rebellious skater. But how they just, I do brush it off because it doesn't bother me. I'm happy, and I'm proud of what I've done. As I said, I can show people my weaknesses as well, because it's not my weakness is what, like, I can say I cry because people see that as, I'm like, what? How is that a weakness as a guy? And my partner was like, that's an old way of thinking. And I was like, but it's not, because I don't know if people know The Middle, right? The sitcom. People should surely know that, like the American sitcom. They're literally mocking about, like, Axel, the main character, in the last seasons, like 2017 or whenever it is, that, yeah, oh, are you crying? You weren't crying, were you? And I'm like, bro, it's just a joke, and how everything's going with this manosphere, and it pisses me off. So I feel like I've got the two things to do, is try and change people. And people go, we can't change people's opinions. Like, actually, you can, because Andrew Tate, fucking, I don't even know. Ballsack. You know the bit, that's the gooch. Oh well, I just don't like that guy. What's fine, Libro? I get confused what you mean there, but welcome. But yeah, as I say, you guys got to be dedicated to whatever you do. Yes, there we go. You got to stand on your light. Oh, go on. You got to be proud of what you do, right? I mean, otherwise, if people try and tear it down, and if you let them do that, or they have the chance to even do it, then it's done. Because I mean, it's already opening up yourself to. I mean, people literally don't bother me, and I know I have to say it enough. People think, well, clearly, no, but I'm like, it really doesn't, because I think the main thing people need to take on board is like really. I'm sat here looking like the mushroom from Mario, fingerboarding, right? And even I probably like would have not mocked it. I don't even know. I think when I was growing up, I just thought fingerboarding was that. Right, and then as a skater, as soon as I find out you can do tricks on it like a year and a half ago, you best believe I'm doing those tricks on the fingerboard. Because skaters would agree, right? Anything that's like grinds, the metal, the bricks, the tiles, it's all satisfying. You get the feel from skating. That's why I skate partly, and also, you know, I've never skated for like, I always try and go to a street spot hidden away. I don't like skating around people, so I'm not trying to ever get the validation or show off. Skating is a feel for me. It gives me like this sensory sort of mix with like, I don't know, it's a dopamine rush. And just one of those things you click with, you know, battling out tricks is just one of the best things ever. And you know, never for clout or anything like that. And I think that's where skaters lost its soul. Everybody's always trying to record clips. And me, I'm forgetting to post, guys. I'm forgetting to record because I'm just caught up in it all the time because I love it. Right? For other people, make sure you've got the cameras on, make sure it's on. They skate when they need the cameras on. It's not the real dedication or passion or craft for it. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. And I don't want that to come across. Obviously, I'm on a live every single day, which means like, but that's just to like, not even necessarily sell anything all the time, because I could go on another live. There's a platform called Whatnot, which is literally just about like, you know, selling stuff essentially, and that's what people are doing there. You don't really just sit on there and not sell anything. But I think it's also about building a community that's vital. You know, people that have the same sort of dream as you or vision. Because I also don't think people seem to understand like businesses are built with the main person in mind, but then the community that adds on to that business. Like if you didn't have community, then you wouldn't have, you know, this. 2 seconds, get caught up. Yeah, if you didn't have community, then you wouldn't have people like, you know, supporting your business and stuff like that. You can't just support yourself. In a way, do you know what I mean? I guess you could, but then you wouldn't. You'd only be doing it for you. It'd be more of a hobby at that point, which I want to keep in between that hobby and also, as I said, that passion. Hello, man. Welcome. Oh, I'm so tired today. Right, I'm dreading this warm up, mate. As I say, I've been feeling so rusty at the moment. And if you notice, sometimes I fingerboard with my back fingers and stuff like that because I cannot. Because of my rheumatoid arthritis, this is my movement speed, and if you look at my middle finger, I actually end up rolling my fist like this to try and. It's so awful. It is generally. Gave it a little massage, put in some hot water. Thing is, you obviously there's something called methotrexate, which I could get, which is essentially a weak chemo medication. If you can't tell, I kind of like my hair, so I don't really want to be losing it over time. I'm good, man. Just like, as I say, really, after I've rubbed it, it's gone a bit whiter again, but it will start to go red, and it's because it's like just inflamed and sore, and oh, it's horrible. Oh, that seems to help a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Do you know what? It starts to get red again. I know knuckles go red again, but I mean, it's slightly different because obviously when you hold skin down, like yeah, you do that and it would go back to normal colour. It's different with the knuckles. Oh, I don't mind. So I always get people say that don't punch things. And rheumatoid arthritis is just hereditary. It's like your body, the autoimmune system. You know, it's just attacking itself essentially. That's why you take a week chemo medication, because it stops your immune system from being as strong. So you've got a good immune system. It's always on attack. It's like kung fu mode, like running through your veins, like in your arteries and stuff, ready to fuck up anything in its path. It's really not good. And then obviously the joints fuse because they start to like swell, essentially, to get inflamed, and then they start to fuse together. And then when you're older, you can actually have solid things like one bone. I'm like, oh, that's creepy. I'm not lucky. Obviously, I may have medical stuff that's proven to help with that. So. Oh, why can't I fingerboard today, guys? Oh, there you go. It's the Lady Inevitable. So yeah, I'm doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be a glow-in-the-dark board, and I think I might do 2 boards in the giveaway. What's up, bro? So as I say, yeah, I'm going to do a giveaway. It'll be a glow-in-the-dark board. It's also going to be a multi-pack of wax, which has got the oak leaves in it, you know what I mean? Wait, let me find the individual ones, because I've now took the price down, so this is that, because it worked, it meant this was the same price as buying these all individually. I was like, wait, that wasn't meant to be the case. It was meant to be like, you buy these, it was like getting 1 for free. So obviously you got the oak leaves, right? It's got a new formula in it too, like to the point. If you use it on stuff like brick, and I will be releasing brick obstacles, and you can use this on your actual skateboard like I do, it honestly is perfect. But it's so buttery, and bear in mind this is like kind of wobbly, it doesn't really, but okay, I'm not going to be able to do anything on this right now, I don't think. Okay, maybe that, but the point is, see, it's just going to fall over. It's just really buttery. And like there's like no residue, and it's a new type of wax. I've applied it once to it, and it's the way it fuses down from heat and friction into the brick. And this is why school kind of does sometimes help. I'm not going to lie to you, just a little bit. You learn some things, right? So it goes in about molecular bonding in different, like, anyway, not going to give too much away, because I don't want someone else to figure it out. And obviously made a new type of wheel as well, which they're only like, they haven't been fully sanded down or cut down with the lathe yet, but they're glow in the dark. They're a new type of like rubbery thingy. They're like not real, because urethane takes 24 hours to set, and plastic ones are shit. So you're stuck with the 2 options really. Some people like plastic ones, but this geometry can work all the way up, so it can either be really soft. I'll find one and squeeze it down and show people. Some of them will just shatter, which ideally you don't want that. It's like 101A. But not shatter, I mean it will just crack, because ones that shatter are cheap plastic, right, or like resin molds. So that also I will be printing I've got a really big 3D printer, so I will be printing skateboard wheel molds as well to actually pull the stuff into there as well. So I will be making full-size skateboard wheels of it. It's just one step at a time at the moment. I just, you know, it's good to be excited about these things, you know what I mean? Because there's no one else made a new type of component really for us, you know. No one's innovating it or changing it. And I don't think anything should be changed, but I think when you can make something like urethane is expensive and it takes so long to set. Whereas I said, this takes about 15 minutes to set, which is just crazy. And it's more durable, weather resistant. The glow in the dark on them, if I actually just charge them up and show everybody, they're super bright. You can't get urethane to glow like this. Just so that there's off-white in there, there's pink and blue. These ones are translucent, so they're back by doing, but I can do anything. I've got about 100 colours like that. I didn't even know there's 100 colours, but you got like plum pink, like red pink, rose pink, you know what I mean? It's wild. But anyway, I'm getting nerdy about my art stuff. I'll actually charge up the boards as well quickly as well. And we're going to the bathroom, I'll show everybody. So the glow in the dark boards and the wheels. People say about trucks, I just think that's over the top really. But I think if you have the same sort of wheels that glow the same colour as the board, they do look pretty sick. And to the point where I had to do one myself. Right. Let me just charge this up. Yeah, if I actually just come do the wheels first, you can already see them glowing. There you go. So they're really bright. Okay. But yeah, so these are they're not just like plastic, but they're very bright. There's like, ignore the shape because they've not been sanded down or cut down properly. They were just to get the material right. And there's a different geometries in there. Like I said, very bright. And obviously that's just after a few seconds of UV. They will last. They will glow for 24 hours. They're not toxic either. They've all been UKCA tested. But let me quickly find the wheel pack that I've got, because obviously the wheels aren't ready yet, but when they are ready, they will be like, well, they won't be like that because they're not anywhere to be seen. Is this it? Nope. Aha, found it. So this is the wheels will be like. Dual durometer, so for GKCA tested as well. Obviously, as I said, they're not ready yet because I want to perfect them. These are slightly off-white bearings, and obviously glow in the dark. It says on here, white to blue dual durometer, handmade. You scan it and it tells you it's authentic. Right, gone, there's so much work into these boards. Right, let me just. I'll charge up the wheels as well, so I'll show people kind of what it would be like. Oh, it's exciting stuff. If I ever get excited over your own products, do you know what I mean? It is hard work, well done. So I recommend people just try something new, you know what I mean? But anyway, flipping the camera around, you can see these. They would glow brighter. Oh, my brain. I don't know why there's a green wheel in there. I don't know why I put a green one in there, but yeah. As I said, you leave them for longer, they would glow a lot brighter. To be fair, I could probably just leave them in the sun for a bit. There isn't much sun, but and they're UV protected. Let me just look at this board, man. Oh, it needs another coating, but seriously, gorgeous. Yeah, we'll leave those there to get some sunlight because they'll charge up a little bit better that way, and then I'll show people in a bit. It's just easier than using the UV lamp, to be fair, when there's a bit of sun. Oh, I mean, when I say a bit of sun, I mean barely anything, but just so you know. Oh, I'm so shit. Oh well. Practice makes, I don't say perfect, but it makes something. Like I said, if you notice, sometimes I use my, I don't use anything brand new shit. Oh, why am I getting this sore throat out of nowhere? Give a second, I want dry ass sore throat out of nowhere. It's probably my bloody medication. Because it's more time, like literally have meds that just dry me out, like. But anyway, how's everyone's day going? Oh, crap. I don't even know what it is. It's actually painful. I spend so much time designing graphics and fingerboarding and skating, and skating I never lose. But I think because I didn't grow up fingerboarding, to me, I struggle with it so much more. Ugh. So it gets them really clean, and the top on my boards are incredible. So that's what I'm saying. I'm obviously going to want to sponsor some people. So I'm going to sponsor, let's say, 4 people at first, and you don't even have to have a massive following because I will help give you the exposure. I mean, I'm growing pretty fast on this platform, but obviously my other platform too. But it's not about having lots of followers really, or money. See, to be honest, it depends. Some days I don't sell anything. That's the truth, right? Because obviously it's a niche. Some days there's quite a few sales to the point where like I'm running out of packages. Like, so I had to get some branding because I ran out of all the white ones I was using. So it really does depend, I guess, on people when they're being paid, and if they want a new board or build up their collection. I need to actually sort my boards out on the wall. I actually quickly do that quickly. My English is just off today. It's just whack. Signal what I'm saying. Do a hard flip. See, I can do hard flips sometimes, but not all the time. Or lasers, apparently. Or in heels, varial heels. This is the painful thing. If it was a skateboard, no issue. Actually, to be fair, it would take me a while to get a hard flip again. If anybody watches it, if anyone watches any of my videos, you'll see a hard flip is probably, front side shove it is one of my favourite tricks. And that leads to things like hard flips, laser flips, varial heels, things like that. But anyway, I am going to stick some more boards up on the wall because it's missing. There's a patch now where I've taken some off. and it's really triggering me. Obviously, one second, I'm gonna get this board down. I had to tape them all to the wall. It's just so much easier. But I need to get something to actually put my wall. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Just so. But this one's available too on the website. And if you use the discount code, it'd be £15, I believe, which is a bargain, bro. I mean, that's like a team you bought, but like branded. You know what I mean? Because it is branded. When you say it's branded, it's branded. That's just it. It's like I've made a affordable thrasher. That beanie too. Kind of like, wait, do a dark side, but that just mess up the grip tape, to be honest with you. And at the moment, as I said, I really want to go for a skate. Payday. Can't come fast enough. It's the only thing I care about, you know what I mean, really. I mean, obviously my partner, I mean, in the sense of my joys, I wouldn't need a working phone necessarily, I wouldn't need any of that. To me, a skateboard, and now probably, you know, I could do with fingerboard as well, because as I said, I've really taken a liking to them. As I said, when I say I'm a little bit off of it, I think it's because of the battle I'm constantly facing with learning tricks. But once you get those, you start to love it again, but then you learn a new trick as a battle. And it's the same with skating. It's not like I don't love it. It's a really weird way to describe it. Your pull to it is addictive. That's why it's called a skate addiction. I have addictive personality. I want to get the trick on, but it's not for anybody. It's for me. Like, I'm battling out this trick for me. Like a lot of time, I've got so much footage I haven't posted. There's days I forget to post because to me it's not. And I don't mean to like not post and like leave everybody hanging. Like I just, it's not my mindset to be like, oh, how many views, how many likes can this get? You know what I mean? It's just more about, and every video is just, there's no advertisement. It's just music all the way through. Nothing trending. I just music I think fits with fingerboarding or skateboarding, and that's the way I want to keep it. 1 second, bro. Whoa. No, I live on my own, bro, with my partner. Oh, he definitely would. He definitely would. I don't get what you mean, man. No, I don't live. I live on. Like, best way to show people that I live on my own with my partner. I would say my silk, like a guy can have silk pillows. So the best thing to do is just be like, it'd be pretty weird to have pictures of me and my partner in my parents' flat or house. Do you not think? Not like having a go. I'm just saying, people, just so people understand, it would be very odd to do that. So, Mum, do you mind if I just stick photos of, you know? No. I live on my own. Well, I say on my own, I live with my partner. But yeah, I was going to hang the boards up, wasn't I? Let's see what boards I can hang up. I'm going to hang up one of these original ones. And that. I just need to fill in the space where I've obviously taken some off the wall. Don't want any blank spaces. So I've got a 3D printer, so I should just print a rack. Do you know what I mean? Sound like I said Iraq then. A rack. I mean, so it's just completely full, boom, no issues. And there's a little gap to fill up here, but I have enough balls to do it. So you see what I'm pointing at? Yeah, just about. A little gap up there. That's cool, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm terrible at taking compliments, but yeah, honestly, as I say, I've got skateboards coming soon. This is like one of the old boards I've sanded down and refurbished to see if I could, because honestly, after realising how hard it was to make fingerboards, because you think, you know, people are like, why are they expensive? You know, because you look anywhere, they, you know, for a good quality fingerboard, it's going to be expensive. And reason, oh, this one's being added today as well, by the way. Chicken one's being added back. That's going to be 20. This one's going to be discounted. It's a glow in the dark board, so normally it'd be 45 or 42. Now it's going to be 25. But if you use a discount, I don't know what it would be. because it's a glow in the dark one, but it'll still be on discounted decks. But it's because it is just a slight bit darker than I wanted it to be, and it needs sanding down and spraying and stuff like that. So yeah, and sand, yeah, just a little bit more sanding down, and then yeah, when it gets like this sort of thing. So it'd be like that, but obviously with the graphic on it. It's crazy what a little bit of sanding and a little bit of like polishing can do to a product and give it like definition. It really is. But yeah, this one probably also shows it best for like the definition on that side. But it's very difficult to. It's almost like getting a tattoo on muscle. It ruins the definition. So having a plain board also does show way more of the wheel arch and stuff like that. And I do like the plain boards. But yeah, so this will be added again. As I said, this one will probably be like, I don't know, because it's a classic. It's one of the first graphics I ever did. I've done 4 different animals. But yeah, I was going to say, the difference between making boards after a year and 700 boards in. So the first 100 boards, they were looking like this. And someone pointed this out to me the other day. I did not realise the difference because I hadn't put them side by side. If you look at that, I mean, I guess in my head, if you looked at seen the boards, it looks okay. And it does look a bit thick, but that's because I found out wood glue expands a bit. A lot of things expand, right? But now it's that shape, and it is honestly, so it literally is, I draw them on my iPad and I use a direct-to-film printer and a heat, there's no other, and that ID laminator, there is no other way. No, it's a heat transfer, because I show people the real graphic I've got. So that's worn down to the wood, it's the same graphic. So they're real wear. It took me about a year to figure out how I was going to get it on, but no, so they're literally, I draw them on my app like this, on, but unfortunately about it, I have a website you can buy it and I have discount on. Some are sell, and I ship to 27 different countries, but I can't just send people free stuff. Nothing's free, unfortunately. I would love to. I'd actually love to be able to give everybody loads of free stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, heat transfers. So literally, where's some vinyl here? You know, I had some vinyl, 2 seconds. This is just some vinyl, for example. It goes through, it's obviously transparent, but it goes through on the printer. There's different types of vinyl. But yeah, heat transfer, and then an ID laminator. Because there's no way to get that real wear effect otherwise. There's no way to. Sort of. I mean, this is direct to film, and that's heat transfer vinyl, because this is, I actually do use both. So this is a heat transfer vinyl. It's a little bit different, it's obviously different, but yeah. So this is not a shirt I would sell, it is a practice one. But it's all the graphics and make sure. So this was like a £5 one, which is a Skate Lifeline. So that, yeah, I do. And the same with the beanies. As I said, I don't sell what I wouldn't use. One size fits all, extremely soft and comfortable and warm. But yeah, that doesn't use heat transfer vinyl. I use something else. There's quite a few different methods, but direct to film is very slightly different. Well, I say very slightly, it's very different. It's a lot harder and a lot more expensive, unfortunately. So there are lots of people are trying to do it, and it's just that. And I tried to find a way around it, but there is no other way around it. It's a pain. But yeah, but there you go. So I got to business. I don't know if oh yeah, that's the boards that will be coming out the mould tonight. I'll show people the graphics later on. I'll be doing a video on it. As I said, I'll go sand this down in a bit, spray it up, and this will be reduced. But bear in mind, this is a glow in the dark board, so it all glows green. Like, it lights up so much more when you can see the actual fish. I don't know if people want me to actually go. I'll go leave it in the sun. There isn't much sun, but as I say, I'll leave it in the window with the other boards. Actually, the other one should be charged up enough now. We're swapping around, so I can go in the dark room. Oh, it's started to rain. Right, we'll let that charge up. Right, ignore one of the green wheels. Okay, so yeah, here they didn't fully charge up at the top, unfortunately, but yeah. And so ignore the green wheel in there. I don't know why I put a green wheel in, but you can see a dual drummer. But as I said, they're not perfect yet. Close, very close. And obviously I've done this thing where if you have bought a fingerboard, if you had that same graphic when I release it on a skateboard, you get 50% off. which is just because I am going to be re-releasing all the same graphics at some point. You've got to remember there's 400 graphics. So yeah, as I said, if you get like one of the graphics, like one of these, and I do it on a skateboard, then you get 50% off on that skateboard. And part of like OG or something. I can't remember what I was going to put it as, but yeah. And there's also stands that's made out of wood as well. It's not wood, but it's 3D printed like PLA, so it's like part wood, part PLA. But yeah, really, it's just about showing, like, bringing skating back to its core roots of, like, it's just not about money, it's not about greed, it's about passion and, like, you know, the soul, put the soul back in skating. I know this is fingerboarding, but still, I mean, it's about sparking young people's interest as well, for sure, or people interested in skating, or who love skating still, or have kids, or are tired and just, you know, can't go out for a skate, but want to have a little session. It's just a perfect mix, you know what I mean? Honestly, I would have judged it growing up, and then, as of now, seeing the fingerboarding, seeing that you don't just hold the board and you do actual, you know, tricks with them, and you can actually do all the same tricks. I was like, I'm hooked. I was like, I've got to do this. So it personally was just going to be for me, right? Sorry, 2 seconds. But yeah, I was personally just going to make fingerboards for me, but then my mate asked him to make it for his kids, and I was like, you know what, okay, I'll give it a go. Boom. Ended up, you know, what, a year later, making 700 fingerboards, 400 graphics. But yeah, as I said, but I wanted to make him a little bit more adult. This is obviously oak leaf, right? We all know. And there's wax that actually suit that board perfectly as well. But yeah, it was just about making it a little bit more mature, because everything felt quite childish in a way. And like this graphic as well, that I'll be adding back, one of the first graphics. And then I don't know, blanks as well, personally, I just think they're just nice. Right, let's stop the yapping and let's get whatever this is. Session. Oh, it's painful at the moment. Because I have some real clean... yeah. Clearly not, man. Clearly not. The self-doubt is real. Thing is though, I should make people feel better about their fingerboarding, 100%. If you watch me for any purpose, just watch me for that. Be like, God, it's terrible. And I know, until I've locked in for like 5 hours, and my arthritis has decided to like give up on me and be like, right, you know what, you can have this one for like, and then it's like, oh, it's bedtime, great, perfect, love it. Oh, that one's it. I don't even know why my throat's so sore. Do you know when you just have that tickle? It's not even like a full illness, it's just like a tickle, it just won't go away. I've had milk, I've had water, I've had flipping everything, I've had cough syrup, nothing's getting rid of this. Oh, it's disgusting. But yeah, man. What did they have going round again? They had 2 things. They got what, Memby going round, and now you've also had the thing that came out of the flipping Amazon. What was that Victorian disease? Oh, I can't remember now. Right, the UK is destined to be doomed. Straight up. Got fingerboard your troubles away. So you get the flipping rotation straight on through the knot. Oh, I hope it's making people feel better about their fingerboarding. I really do. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Well, why sound like Lord Farquaad then? It's so bad. And then someone the other day was like, it's got to be AI. And I was like, what do you call it? Have you watched? No, I was like, what have you watched my live? He's like, why can't you fingerboard my live? And I've looked everywhere, and I mean, that sounds stupid, but not directly fingerboard. Like, why can't I do this? And I think it's just a case of doing something on camera. But then it doesn't make sense to me. I think it's probably because I feel like I've got to talk to people as well as fingerboard, and I cannot do both. I cannot lock in, concentrate. Like if I'm skating, I couldn't just be having a casual chat. Like my brain needs to lock into what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's if I land a trick when I'm talking, it's just more luck because, you know, I'm not fully locked in, which is probably, I don't know how people do it, man. It's crazy. If people lock in for a second, like, okay, I need to wait. See if I can do it, right? Just bring in the inner, just pray to the escape gods, inner also and all that shit. And go. Nope, didn't happen. They didn't come. Oh, come on. But it's not the board, but I tell myself, because I know, I'm going to make myself a new board, and it's going to be all better. I don't even know anymore. My arthritis is just pissing me off, guys. End up just flipping. This is why I refuse to give in to the arthritis, because I don't want to become old and decrepit. I'm tempted to take some ibuprofen, to be honest with you, because it's an anti-inflammatory, isn't it? Yeah, I'm doing it. I want to know how much this is actually going to help. This will be interesting, right? Taking an anti-inflammatory. I don't like ibuprofen because my stomach, it could make you like ulcers and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is ridiculous. I can barely move my fingers. Like, I have like no mobility at all. So let me go grab some ibuprofen, because as I said, I'm pretty sure it helps with arthritis and the inflammatoriness. Because it's an anti-inflammatory. Oh, they're so stiff. Let's just see if that helps. Right. So just took literally 2 ibuprofen. So I should say something. It's fine. I'm lazy on the way I say it, to be honest with you, because it's just like ibuprofen. Or did I say it right there? I don't even know. I feel like I said it right then, but I was not set right. Oh well. Anywho, hopefully that helps. It'll probably take like an hour or so to kick in, so it'll probably be when I come back on the live. And maybe if I go have a little warm up. It's not even about pain now necessarily, like taking ibuprofen. As I say, it's the anti-inflammatory effects I'm after, because it's so bad. I'm actually going to have to get in contact with the doctor and be like, look, I can't. Got to look after yourself, guys. As I say, I don't know if people can see it, but it's just really, if I like rub it for a bit, obviously it helps with the blood, the circulation and stuff like that. It's unfortunate because, you get it really, if it's hereditary, you could start off really at any age. I think mine started off around like 19, 20 or something like that. But yeah, as I say, I want to do this giveaway, guys, so badly. As I said, I need people to like all be on board, that you need to go and just make an account on the website so I can pick from that list. Otherwise, so when I go on there, it tells me all the customers. You don't even have to buy anything, right? It's just purely it goes up at the top, sign in, make an account. Now, and you can do that anyway, because then when you also go to purchase products, you can just sign in. It's a lot easier. But anyway, so I'll go there. And then it knows who I can pick from. Because otherwise, I'm going to do the same thing I've done on my other platform, which was a lot more difficult because it's like 3-4K on there. And then people just, I'm like, oh, did you want a board? And they're like, oh, I'll watch you if you are. I'm not really into fingerboarded. But and then it was the next person. It was like, oh, okay. I just want people who I know who want products. So people who have already purchased on the store, there's a segment. I'm not going to show people, obviously, names, anything, confidentiality and all that. But, oh, great. Of course. 2 seconds. As I say, I can't show people anything like that because of confidentiality. But one thing I can do is cover them. Oh, cover the names up. Oh, bro, why is this such a pain in the ass? What can I use to cover it up? I'm using this, just to be respectful. So all customers, if people see that at the top there, I know it's back to front, but yeah, so it just tells me all the customers. It says subscribed. That's just people who have purchased. These are people who haven't purchased, but it doesn't matter if you've purchased or not. As long as I just know you'll want a board, at least, because the only people who have gone onto the store to make an account are people who are thinking about buying a board or have bought a board. You know what I mean? Because you can have people that follow you, but they don't necessarily want to buy a board. They just like what you do. They like fingerboarding. They respect the graft. Sorry, my brain is so flipping mushy today. It's like mushy peas from the chip shop. But anyway, sign up. And to be fair, it's weird because people have ordered. So I don't know what subscribe means. What? 2 seconds. Okay, I'm confused. Doesn't matter if you are. As I said, you can just still sign up. This is on me. I'm just confused why some say subscribe, some haven't. But a lot of those actually are customers. Confusing. Because obviously a lot, as I say, there's probably about 5-6 people that have now added themselves purely just through wanting to get the freebie. As I said, I was going to do a giveaway at a K, and obviously we're like 1.1. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, as I said, I want to be able to give people a glow-in-the-dark board, a beanie, a complete pack of wax, grip tape, nail file, the full shebang. I was going to do 3 giveaways, but it's easy to pick from that because there's like 30 people so far. So rather than one person or a few people have a K, which is a lot less likely, out of 30 people so far is a lot more likely to win. I said the cut-off point's going to be tonight. So I think that is fair. I've given people enough like time. It literally takes a few minutes to sign up. And then obviously I'll announce the winner because I will literally just get something to randomly pick a name from it. And obviously then technically if you haven't purchased something, I won't actually have any details. So all you have to do then is I will give you a discount code which will give you a free product if you haven't already purchased something. In that case, if you win. But if you already have something, I have your details, so I can actually just send you something, like because it's all on the system. And then you can fingerboard better than me. Oh, what is going on today? I think I'm just rushing it. That's the issue. Right, breathe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just not. Oh, that was quite clean. But yeah, as I say, it'd be good to see like some more customers. I mean, I love returning customers are the best, and obviously I've had quite a few of those, especially because I do the things like giveaways often. It pays to be the boss. I mean, even if it's small things, it's still like. Oh. You know, Ollie, switch Ollie flip. No, switch Ollie revert flipping out my brain. Ooh. It is like mushy peas. Sometimes I realise being above it helps more. I struggle to decide. But yeah, sorry guys. Just a message my partner back. But yeah, please, like, I would love to see more people get involved in the competition. Is it really a competition? Well, I guess it's a competition. No, it's not a competition. It's just a chance to win in it. Is that a competition? Because I feel like competition people have to do stuff to win a competition. Or would it be a competition because you're just signing up and then, you know, say it's 1 out of 30 people at the moment. You have a chance. Well, technically it'd be 1 in 40. Or would it be less because there's actually 2 people? When I went through that, I know somebody ordered and their dad also ordered from the website. So there's 2 people, which would be unfair because that's 2 people have a chance to win out of it. It's like a lottery pick. So I'd make sure there is only 1 person linked with 1 account. You know, you don't get multiple chances. Yo, bro, what's up? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is that proper British? Hello, hello. Wait 1 sec. I feel so rough today, I don't even know. Great, I'm probably going to get some bloody touch wood. Don't want to get anything. One second. Awesome. So just based on my partner back. So these are the graphics that are in the mould. Well, the last ends two are. So this one here and this one here. And I've realised when it comes to doing the graphics, obviously doing them very detailed, because obviously upscaling them makes it easier. But when I guarantee that the ones just going on fingerboards, it's like I don't have to do it in detail, but I literally just stick within that little box, which means I can draw with quite a small pixel ratio, which is, you know, because a pen has a certain size, and if I say it's amount of pixels, like 1 to like the whole page size, so it's easier to work with smaller pixels, I think, in a smaller space, less time consuming, because I've been drawing each graphic on the paper like this, full size, and then scaling it down, which is taking me ages to fill all these gaps. But then I was like, you know what, they look really just as good if I kind of do them inside the boxes like that. And I save so much time, and it means I can get more graphics out, because obviously at the end of it, I'm not trying to cut on quality at all. So those are going to be non-glow-in-the-dark boards, because I know there's been a lot lately, and they are more expensive than standard. So I want to get some normal boards out again for people. That's also why when I got, where's it gone? Oh, I don't even know. The misprinted one that I've done, is that it? Oh no, it's up in the window, isn't it? With the anglerfish, it's a one-of-a-kind misprint. Because I'm going to change it up, it's going to be very different. And that's only going to be like 20 quid. But now if you use a discount code, that'll be 15 quid, which is just a bargain. A glow-in-the-dark fingerboard for 15 quid. If you Google glow-in-the-dark fingerboards, mine is the 4th product to pop up. Don't even have to put the company name, which is just because how many people bought them, search for them, you know what I mean? And they are very, very rare. Like, not many companies make glow-in-the-dark fingerboards. And I don't know if it's because anything about quality, but at the end of the day, the quality is still perfect. If anything, as I said, on the packs it says 2 times durability. They are way more durable. I've never had one crack, and that's because where's the wood gone? I use wood like this. And you can see how like strong that actually is, and that's just obviously one piece. So if you're doing multiple layers, if I'd done that to factory pressed wood, that would crack 100%. That's what other companies, not all of them, granted, are using to make your fingerboards, and not that factory press stuff, and it just breaks so easy. Like you put it in the mold to bend it to any of these, like, you know, to do this for a wheel arch, you can't do that with it. It will crack. And also, this has been dyed. I dyed it here, and it was done in water, and the wood is still, you know, it's straight enough. And it's because when they use other wood and they get it wet, and it's because it's not natural and it's heat pressed, it just messes it up. And it can make it weaker. It makes the structural integrity weaker. But I mean, this is actually the grain of the wood. Do you know what I mean? So there is a massive difference. If you think about it, Mother Nature made trees to withstand storms and big gusts of wind and everything like that. And we expect as humans to get the sawdust, put it together and make a stronger brick. Because some people think like factory pressed wood's stronger. Depends how you use it. If it's a lot of glue and it's not got a lot of heat, because I mean, heat can mess up the glue. Water can mess it up. That's why they're quite cracked. But as I said, when you use actually proper veneer, the strength, that would actually crack if that was factory pressed. And I will happily buy some to do a video to compare the two. As I said, with these boards, I smacked them on the side. I will try and find the video and repost it. Because I'll be honest with you, it feels destructive doing it every flipping time. So it's just easier to have a video that people can see, or put it in the main like long one as well. But yeah, as I said, 2 times durability, and other companies are taking the piss when they use that factory pressed wood, because it is a shortcut to like spending like less money. But it's what, let's say to the per 100 boards, they're saving like 100 quid. That's not worth it, because like, I mean, realistically, each board 100 boards, each board you can do for like 30 or 40 quid, because of like, people go, that's crazy, but I'm like, it is tiny detail work, like, especially when I hand sand. Where's my hand sanding rig? I hand sand a lot of my boards. It's like how messed up this brick is, and that's like, you know. And to be fair, like other companies who are using this crappier wood charge the same, if not more, sometimes. And I'm not trying to diss. That's why I've not named any companies. I'm not trying to diss on other people. I'm hoping they'll change it's about money, because I figured it out. Like, I could have got the factory pressed wood, and as I said, per 100 boards roughly, or I'm going to do kilograms, you know what I mean? But that doesn't, I feel like some people who don't do that weight you know what I mean, have that what the metric weight would use at. So I felt like it's easier just to set it per 100 boards. Then you save about 100 quid, maybe like 120 quid. But I know they're like, oh, but savings anywhere. But I'm like, yeah, but if you sacrifice on quality that much, you might as well, you know what I mean? It's so crap. People tell me a fingerboards break, it's actually kind of like how you're using your fingers, and so it's like, you know what I mean? Even people that pop them really hard, you know, people that get really stressed because they pop them really hard, like, you don't have to worry about that. So I said, when these bend like that, this is how you get good wheel arches. You know, that's how you get a wheel arch, like, bro, is this even the right board to show? No, it's not. One second, this one's got even better wheel arches, because this was... And that bend there, and how strong. So if I go compare it to a board that's been in the mould for 12 hours to 24, the wood glue expands, so it loses its shape. That's why they need to stay. And you can even ask AI this, you can ask anything, like just look it up. I know people use that to ask questions, but just look at it, be like, should wood glue be in that issue? Like, yeah, it's to fully cure, otherwise it can expand and it can lose its shape a little bit, and that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what companies do and shortcut it. This, when I put it in, I can't find it anymore, but next to the wooden tech deck I got, it looked pretty much the same. Don't think it's exactly this one, but I mean, you can see how much it's expanded compared to that, which is really nice and thin. I mean, look how thin it is. But the strength is wild. These are so strong. They're 2 times the strength of a normal fingerboard because of the wood I use. Hear how dull that is? You can hear the difference is crazy. That one doesn't sound so much, but still. I can even do one from a lot higher, like. Bro, I keep dropping that one on its side. You can really hear the difference. And I mean, it's just crisper, nice and thin. You can get these, as I said, on the site. At the moment, you can get a blank board for £15, which is better than a tech deck, I promise you. And it comes with a grip tape. Right? Much better than a tech deck. They're sort of water resistant as well. Not waterproof, water resistant. And as I said, because this is equivalent of a tech deck, how long they leave them in the mold for, even less. I think tech decks just have this thing that's just a conveyor belt that I make, right? But other companies, you leave them in there for 6 hours. So there's videos where they're literally doing it for like, oh, I was in there for 6 hours, it's good. Most glues, other than super glue and stuff, even like epoxy resin can take 24 hours to fully cure. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, everybody, I'll just find this out. So yeah, as I say, the difference. So I get so hyped with it. And then the shape. And they, you know what I mean? Even if they do use good quality wood, they leave it in the mould, because it's the same wood. It's literally the same wood. If you leave it in the mould for just that little bit too long and take it out, it will start to expand. It needs to be so tight and compressed. And then obviously, as I said, you need to use wood like actual veneer. You can't be cutting shortcuts on the wood. My wood will always be veneer, or if it stops being available, I won't cut shortcut. I won't make boards at that point. There have to be something else if there's other sorts of wood that can do, but it's Canadian maple, or at least premium maple most of the time. And the difference is, as a skater, I know what you really need, and that's just the board itself should be an art form, like the drawing, the making of it, the sanding it down. And as a skater, I think skating is an art form. So I think as a skater, I would appreciate a better quality board, better time put into the graphics. So that's why I'm going to do it myself. And well, one of the reasons, but as I said, so stoked with these guys. You can go grab. It's not this one, obviously. This is one of the first boards I made ish, and the level quality is different. The level of quality is crazy. Like, so if I drop them from the same height as well, just here it's like so much crisper. So I've got graphics as well. Glow in the dark boards are now in the mystery packs, which is honestly such a bargain. So mystery pack is £15 right now. I think for about a week. No, is it like it's 4 more days? A mystery pack. There's only 3 mystery packs left, and they have glow in the dark boards in them. Some of them. There's no blanks at the moment, so you're at least getting your money's worth. Like, you are getting your money's worth anyway. The mystery packs are 20. You can get in. So mystery packs are 20. They can either have a board in it for 20, like a blank board, which is not the chance at the moment. There's no blank boards to go in there. You've got boards with graphics and glow in the dark boards. And the boards with the graphics are 35 normally, and the boards that are glow in the dark are like 42 to 45. So if you actually put those prices together, sorry, with the 20, my brain's freezing out on me, bro. Yeah, so sorry, but my brain's just not working right now. So yeah, mystery packs of 20. I overwork. Mystery packs of 20. Blank board potentially in it, but not at the moment. Don't have any blank boards to go in it, so that's just me being honest with people. So don't feel like you're going to get a blank board, and they're not likely anyway. A blank board's very occasional. I'm almost tempted to remove the blank board from circulation of the mystery packs, because I don't want people to get too many. I don't want to. Let's put it this way. So if I did do 100 board mystery packs, and I done like out of that 100, there were 10 that were blank boards. There were like 80 or 90 that were graphics, and there were 10 that were glow in the dark. What happens if that person who buys a few ends up actually getting the multiple blank boards? So I'm like, do I just remove the blank boards from the mystery packs? So now you only have the chance to get a board. So mystery packs are 20, but the boards are worth 35 or 42 because they're glow in the dark ones. But at the moment, there's a sale on, and it's 15% off. So you're getting 25% off. Sorry. So you get a glow in the dark board for £15. Just go and check out skateydiction.co.uk. 2 seconds, guys. Just got to do this. Let me check what time it is quickly, because in a minute I'm going to go sort out graphics, see if I can print off some more, and I've got until about 2 o'clock today, and then I'll be going, and then I'll be back on for a little bit. But as I said, I want to do the giveaway. I'll probably do the giveaway and announce the winner when I come back, because when I go out I'm probably going to figure it out with my partner. So now, honestly guys, as I said, cut-off point will be probably around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, to get the free board, glow in the dark board. So when we hit a K, I was going to do a giveaway. There's a chance I might do like 2, but I'm really not sure. But it's not like out of a K, you don't have to worry about it, or the other platforms either. It's just the people who have signed up to the website, skateydiction.co.uk, and there's about 30 people right now so far. So, and then, like, you know, I've done it now, put it off as long as I can, because people are waiting patiently. As I said, there's about 30 people. Some of them are already customers, so some of them I don't think are aware, which I think would be really funny if they win, because they've just sat there. You know, some people who work or whatever, and they've not seen it live and me announce it a few times, just happen to have not seen it. But they're already on the website signed up, so they just get like a parcel come through the door, and it's like, wait, what? I didn't buy this. And it's like, no, you want it. Congratulations. Right? You know what I mean? I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Because I said it's the people who have supported the business along the way. But I feel like if somebody does, it's going to sound like unfair, but that's why I'm thinking of doing like two gifts, because I feel like if I do one and some person wins, I want to do somebody maybe who's already supported the business, and then someone who's new, who's got it to a K. Do you know what I mean? Like that, you got the people who are already at the beginning. It's like I don't know, there's too many, there's like 3,000 on my other platform, there's like 1,000 on here. And my head cannot comprehend that many people. It just can't. Like it can, because I've been in busy places, but not like following one person. But at the same time, it can, because I've looked at history. So I mean, it's just weird. Just me personally, I'm like, great. I'm the perfect role model. I'm being ironic. I'm sarcastic even. I'm definitely not. In a way, I mean, I guess, yeah, I got sober when I started a business, but I don't know. It's that whole influencer thing. I really didn't like it. But yeah, anyway, I really, really want this to work, guys, and I can't wait to do the giveaway, because to me, giveaways honestly probably one of the funnest things to do. Because I feel I get, it's like when you give someone a gift, I guess, you know, you get what I'm saying, and it's like seeing how happy they get. That is probably why I reckon, it was like my business coach said to me, I would be a good boss because I can, not just a boss bloke, because I can stand my ground and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to my business, but at the same time, like I can't be pushed around easy, but I'm also nice, and that is like the perfect mix. That's what you need with a business. Otherwise, you got a grouchy person who does what they don't enjoy. That's just how's that work. Oh man, I'm actually so rusty at the moment. It's so bad. I'm gonna take it. It wasn't clean. We're gonna take it though. We're gonna take it. Take it till you make it. Am I right? We're all into a manual. Try and do a hard flip. That's how I learned to do a heel flip on a fingerboard. My mistake was trying to do a variable heel. Bro, hair actually pisses me off so much. Just gets everywhere. Ugh, nasty. See my girlfriend's hair, or my dog's hair, or my hair. And hair freaks me out. Ever since I was a kid and I looked under a microscope, so why did I do that? There's a reason we intentionally can't see things at that level, I think, because it's just disgusting. Do you know what I mean? It was a hair that wasn't even on the head, you know, clearly because it's under a microscope, but it still had things on it, like living things. I'm like, bro, I know that's what it is, it's done, but you get on with it. But like to have it in your mouth as well, that that's why I don't like it, especially someone else's, because or a dog's flip. Fuck knows what sort of like little like things are on the back of that animal. Like, it's disgusting to think about. The way I like to see it is probably what the universe is in a way. We're all just like on something else, and then, you know, like a flea has no, well, not a flea, but like bacteria has no idea what it is on. When you look at things like that, doesn't it suspiciously under a microscope look like blobs and bubbles and universes and stuff like that? It's like we're just all like broken down. It's like microscopic and macro. So you get like really big and everything. Bro, I need to get his hair out now. He's doing my nutting. Well, I hate my hair. It's so stubborn when it stays in the mouth. You can't get it out. Anyways, so I will be back on later, but then today, as I said, I've already updated the website quite a bit. I mean, I'm going to show people quickly again how much we get. I always stay on top of updating the website, and obviously keep the authenticity of it. So when you go onto the main screen, the picture used to look like this. Wait, that's all the products. So the picture used to look like. Wait, let me pause it quickly. If you look, it's very unclear. Why does it look so clear on it? I don't understand it. Every time I try and show people, I feel like it'd be better this way. You can see it's not exactly like the clearest, right? So through drawing and editing and CGI, this is literally what I brought it to. And I can show people on my drawing app, so it's not like, so obviously it's what I'm drawing at the moment. So I've gone through and literally just edited it, gone through with textures and pens. Oh crap. I mean, if you can see that, that's the sort of wood colour that I was using last. But anyway, So it's still the same picture, and you know what I mean? It's not just... And I've used things like big roll rate, noise reduction for like gravel and stuff like that. But just added to it really as much as possible. Change the bolt holes slightly. Because the picture before... Oh, I keep drawing on it. The picture before was like this. As I said, terrible quality. Where's it gone? Nope, wrong one. To that. But I even changed the bolt hole slightly a bit more again. Because if you look here, the bolt holes look a bit like belly buttons, bro. They actually do. Right. And then back over to this one. Resolved. Sort of. But yeah, it's just trying to keep the home picture as clean as possible. Because I realised when I went on there, it looked really pixelated. And because it's a real photo. And still, so's that. It's just had drawing to it. I've literally just gone over and traced essentially where it is, expanded on some of it, you know. But so it is obviously arguably not the real picture, but it is at the same time. I don't know how to describe that. Would you call it? It's not fake. It's just a little bit of like there's actual work's gone into it. It's not just like AI. You know what I mean? Can you just? I feel like AI is good, but it still has its struggles, and it was like noticeable struggles. Oh, here's one I actually tried to get AI to do. Here you go. Here's a perfect example of how it messes up. No escape ear bearding, whatever, how. The octopus looks nothing like the graphic. That looks nothing like it either. And those two. My other graphics, I didn't, you know what I mean? But then if I go to the one that I've actually finished off, it is exactly the same as this. It was just essentially expanded upon, drawn on, and, you know. Essentially, you could say I like the animated, bit of like, not sort of animated, but with a realistic touch, you know. I really don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, and I just think it looks a lot cleaner. I've also got when you go on there, it will tell you there's a spring sale on at the top. And as I said, if you now just go on there and log in at the top, making an account, by today, someone's getting a free prize. There's a free giveaway of doing a glow in the dark board to you know, completely for free, everything. My brain. Grip tape, nail files, complete wax set, a beanie, and a glow in the dark fingerboard. I was thinking of doing 2 fingerboards, like a glow in the dark one and another one, and then it'd be like 100. I don't know how much that'd be, like 110, £120 worth of stuff. For a small business, it's good. I want to be able to give to people. You know what I mean? I want to show that my company's about giving. You know, not to be taken for a moment to talk to anyone like that, but it's about caring, giving, and at the end of the day, skate community mainly giving back to that, because growing up as a skater, and you know, very much all I just say is very bad upbringing, and the one community I felt very close to was the skate community. Everyone was so kind to me in the skate, you know, all the skate lads and everyone like that. So to me, yeah, that was my escape. So that's where to me, not owning all skating, or whatever, how to describe it, but yeah, it's my thing. But yeah, I think fingerboarding it's like someone said the other day, fingerboarding can lead to skating for people. Like for me, I didn't know you could do the same tricks on a fingerboard you could do on a skateboard. I didn't know you could actually do kick flips, stuff like that. I thought you held the board. And when I'm last year, not last year, just before 2024, the end of the year, right? So just before, not Christmas just gone, the one before the end of 2024, I was like watching a video. I can't remember who it was. I want to say Mike. I don't know, flat face fingerboards, right? And he done a kickflip to tail, and I was like, wait, what? And as someone who's like grew up skating, absolutely obsessed with skating, had so many injuries, like compound fracture where the bone came out my arm. So I was going to show you that one because it's the easiest one to show people. That's where the bone came out my arm, slipped disc in my spine, tore my ACLs, compound fracture. Well, I said the compound fracture. Tore ACLs, tore MCLs, ripped meniscus, and had surgeries and stuff like that. Really messed myself up, but still love skating like through and through. And I played like Tony Hawk Skater Pro. I play like sessions and skate, anything. Like skating just becomes very addictive to some people, or like a lot of things can also become addictive to people, but like skating for me was the thing. But then when I found out you can do the same tricks with a fingerboard and you can get that same satisfaction, because I mean, I'm sorry, gaming's fun, but to a degree, you get kind of bored flicking your thumbs. Personally, I do anyway. But being able to like learn new tricks, have like essentially a miniature board, have little graphics, feel the actual feeling of it roll, of going across like obstacles and the sound. That's what, for me, being a skater was sort of all about growing up. It was very sensory. I have ADHD, could be why, but you know, it does feel nice going over bricks and tiles, and you know, the sound on the ramps and everything. I'm more of a street skater, but still, I love it. Everything about it. It's not one thing I don't like. But the injuries, if they could be not as bad, but hey, it's what you get for loving something so much. It's a compromise. Look after yourself. That's all I can say. But yeah, for sure. As I said, I wanted to give back to the skate community, and after coming back to skate and seeing the price of things, but then the quality of things just seem to dip. Like, I mean, you don't. That's what I was saying. Yeah, there is not the same level of quality in anything I see anymore. Like I said, they use factory pressed wood, which is like, as I said, but where did I put the veneer? It's that wood that just would crack if I pushed it to this limit. But like, as I said, I put mine right over. It's so durable, and that is the sort of wood you should be using for the wood. To the point where I dyed that in wood, in water, and it's not even gone warped, because you know it goes warped when it's like crappy wood. Like, a lot of people are factory pressed wood, as I like to call it. It's good, it's strong, because it's like plywood, essentially, like just molted, like pushed together. But it's not. Mother Nature knows best when she makes, you know what I mean. And if you like literally vertical with the plies, that the board becomes so durable, bro. This hair is beyond pissing me off. For the point where I know I'm not getting out of my mouth, it's really annoying. Oh, switch flip. Oh, do you know what, bro? Just lock in already. Absolutely pissing me off. So I don't know what it is at the moment. I don't know if I need to be more above the board. I don't know why I've been doing so bad lately. I actually think the arthritis is getting so bad. Just inflammation all the time, and like uncomfortableness, achy uncomfortableness. Oh man, oh man. So I mean, I land what, 1 out of 20 tricks at the moment. So rusty, bro. This is why I skateboard. This is why I'm a skateboarder. Because skateboarding is, to me, it's so much easier than this. I know it's my arthritis probably speaking right now. It gets so annoying. It's the only thing that triggers it. Like, people think, you know, people don't get me mad. You know, I can make a fool of myself by not fingerboarding. Someone's like, how embarrassing, an adult playing with toys. I'm like, what's more embarrassing, an adult playing with toys or an adult that can't play with the toy that's intended for children? I mean, it's not really. Skateboards aren't either, but I'd say, like, give this to a kid, and after 5 minutes they're going to be pissed off that they're not landing anything. What do you expect? Like, kids have the patience, and like, I don't even know who's got patience of an adult. I don't understand it. You know, it's so fun. Like, this requires, and I love it because people are adult. Give it a go for like 10 minutes. Watch you land absolutely nothing. I'm not having a go at people. We're just saying, I did the same thing as a skateboarder. I didn't land anything, and I was like, absolutely. After seeing the video, I was convinced. All I have to do is. Oh man, what is going on? All I'll have to do is apply the same knowledge of my skateboarding and rotation, how you flip the board. Clearly not at the moment. Right, I'm going to go and walk the dog. I'm going to see if if the ibuprofen kicks in, because as I said, my arthritis today is so bad. My hand is so swollen, I feel like I can barely move. So I actually have my own company. I make my own boards. So I would arguably say one of my favourite boards I made was like this one here. But it's not even the most complex and graphic. Like, there's these. Wait 2 seconds. I'll show you. It's a bit easier. So these are probably my favourite graphics I designed. I also done re-aware of them as well. And there's some more here as well. But they were literally my favourite graphic. As far as I just have like multiple of them. But yeah, they're called like Dave, Alan, Carl. I can't remember the name. They were just what some of my first completely graphic, like boards with like graphic all over it, rather than partly wood, partly, you know. But the reason I like these ones so much is because they glow in the dark. So this one, this is glow in the dark. I think I've got about 18 glow in the dark boards now. I've made 700 fingerboards. I mean, it's honestly crazy how much work you can put in. You know what I mean? Because over a year now, about like a year and 6 months, year and 5 months, every single day. I started off making 4 boards a day, then I went down to 2. I was in the they were in the mold for 6 hours. Start off with, now I've left them in there for 24 because I realised, bro, like leaving them in there for 24 make sure it fully cures in that shape, rather than like wood glue expands as it's still curing. So if you look at this and difference, that's from being in the mold for 4 or 5 hours. I'd say my least favourite was this. You know, when I looked at them and compared back, I was so happy with these boards at one point. I was so proud of them. And yeah, you should be proud of everything, but I mean, like, you hear the difference when it drops as well. Like, one's just so much more dull, one's so much more crispy. You can really hear it in the pot. I don't even know what my least favourite graphic could be, to be fair. I think the fruit ones could be my least favourite graphics. They're like, people just like them, these are quite funny, but they were fruit, blending fruit, right? Probably my least favourite graphics, to be honest with you. One of my favourites as well was doing this lighter shape board. I could not release this board because I'm not being sued by Raw. It's going to be rad, you know, natural fibres. And just a little, obviously, that are heat transfer graphics as well, so they're industry standard. I literally just obviously made mine. I've probably said my favourite rail, even though it's not a rail. It's a brick wall obstacle that I made. I'd say this is probably my favourite thing. Probably just because it's like, it is more sensory in it with the sounds and stuff like that. I do prefer it. But I built this as well, as a little manual pad with a little ledge, which was shit. It's like generally for like self-use. Obviously got these little stands. I've got it in wood as well, but it's 3D printed wood. So it's like PLA and wood, but I mean it's really durable. And there's enough whole wheel boards, and they're about £15. But if you use a discount, which is 25% off at the moment, you don't need to put any code in. It just automatically applies in the checkout. And I think there's actually only 2 mystery packs left, and that means there's actually, I think, 1 glow in the dark board left, and then 1 graphic left. But they're still, you'll say, it's £15. Normally a board with a graphic is 35. It's in a mystery pack, which is 20, but with a discount code it takes it down to 15. So you're getting a glow in the dark board, which is normally 40, for £15. That's like way more than half price. And then you're also getting a board with a graphic on it for more than half price too. So I mean, as I said, like normally they're 35, mystery pack 20, £15. So you know, it's just £5. Well, it's £5 better than half price. You know, oh, you can't beat that. And that's like, that's tip. So normally the boards are 20, but as I said, there are only 2 packs left. So I really wouldn't miss out on that opportunity right now. And there's also a giveaway coming, glow in the dark board, and that's going to be announced today. And if you also sign up to the website, which all you have to do is put an email, name, call, I can pick from you then, but I'm not picking from here. I've made that very clear to everyone. I'm not picking from here. And also, if you happen to do buy something, then you're already, even if it's just wax, or if you just want to sign up, like the 2 options are there. You don't have to put anything else. And then I know people, then I'll message you and be like, right, you've won, you know, and then boom, well, if you have won, that is, and then I'll be able to send over the, send over your free stuff, and there'll be, people will be getting a beanie, a glow in the dark fingerboard, a multi-pack of wax, a multi-pack of grip tapes, yeah, I made my own fingerboard now. I have my own fingerboard company, so I've got glow in the dark boards. I've got a sale on at the moment as well. In a second, I have to go walk the dog, but I will be back on. Most expensive ones I made, honestly, they're quite, truthfully, fingerboards are not cheap to make anyway, because of the time, like the time it takes to like hand sand boards, if you see, because you really have to go in delicate with them, and they have to go in a mould for 24 hours, which you can't charge people for that time, because that's just like, that's a necessity to make the mould. The time starts as soon as you start sanding down. That's the labour time, you know what I mean? So I honestly don't know what I could say would be the most expensive board, because they all are. I think the most expensive ones would be glow-in-the-dark ones like this that have multiple, like this one's got orange layers in it. And I think because, you know, dyeing the balls orange or green, they then take an extra like week or two seriously to dye it, but they take so long to fully dye. Because if you don't cure it properly and let it dye properly, inside won't be dyed, it will just be the outside. So the inside bit is what you want, because obviously when you sand it down, it needs to be green. Otherwise, I've done it before and it's just been the same colour. It's just the outside is absorbed in. Because this is really good Canadian maple, and it's already slightly a moister wood for the, that's why it's perfect for fingerboarding. It's harder when it's already a wetter wood to absorb moisture than a dry. You know, a dry wood will just suck up like a sponge. This is, you know, it's moister. So my foam grip is these packs are, wait, yeah, I think I've got 1, 2 left. So there's 3, I think there's 3 in there. Well, that's just one on its own. But it is personally the grip tape I use. I only use my own boards as well. So I don't use any other company. It's like, what's your favourite company? Unbiased. So this is a glow-in-the-dark one, probably one of my favourite boards, 36mm. I've done stonemasonry and stuff in my life, so I'm 25. I've got a lot of like, all these people with making fingerboards are like, there's a lot of people who are quite young, or I had that artistic experience from a young age. I got an A star in art, which is an A star student. I don't know if people had that same before, not in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in the US. But yeah, I refuse to put this big heavy price tag on my products. So yeah, so always a good bargain. 36mm glow and dark board. If you actually look up skate, if you don't even look up Skate Diction, you can look up glow and dark fingerboards, and not the sponsored product because they're paid essentially. The one that comes up, because it's the ones that come up below it on the shopping, they're the ones that are like most viewed, most clicked on, and mine is the 5th product to pop up underneath Black River. So it just shows you how quick this company's grown, and it's probably because I'm a skater too. I mean, I clearly wasn't in it for the money. I established myself as a skater from a very young age. I wanted to be a pro skater, and I think a lot of skaters, like, you know, I understand it because it pisses me off when people try and make money off of the skaters. It's completely bang out of order. I mean, at the end of the day, what money do they think we have? People seem like jump here has just got holes in it, man. Like, you know, this is just skaters. My shoes, my bearing at the moment is completely messed up. Ain't going anywhere on that. But yeah, it's all about, you know, and at the end of the day, I think skating's been jumble. If you look at anybody like, I don't know, Rodney Mullen and Tony Hawk's, it's never been about, I don't know, the business or like necessarily, it's more about skating in itself, and that's why I love talking about skate community or new ideas or what people would like to see, because it's just more connective, isn't it? But I love the glow of the dark boards. I really had to utilise the dark, you know, the black background, I think, because it just obviously makes it pop way more. But yeah, guys, I said please go check out skatediction.co.uk. I guarantee you there'll be a ball or something one of you guys like. I ship to 27 different countries. I will literally package it on a live. Don't worry, obviously your name won't be visible on it at all. That bit I do hide, but you'll see everything going. And then to ship to Hong Kong, for example, can take 3 to 5 days. The US can take 2 to 11. No, there's anywhere they can all take up to 11 days or whatever. It depends on what you order in. But it's only like, I think it's like 88 Hong Kong dollars. So what, 8? I don't know how much it is. I think it's like 8. So it's, yeah, 88 Hong Kong dollars or £8 to Hong Kong, and then the United States like 15. Canada's like 20, which is, I don't know. I can't do the conversion rate right now. There's too many conversion rates I have to do. Luckily, the website and the app does it for me, conversion rates, but there's so bloody many. 27 different countries so far. I haven't shipped to all of those, of course. These are people that definitely put an interest in the company. I promise you guys, you won't regret the quality. I've had everyone come back 5-star review. If you go on the first product, you'll see somebody's already reviewed this thing. Great quality products, great price. He got a discounted mystery. Was it? No, he didn't. He just got one of the discounted boards. And the reason they're discounted is because they're just slightly misprinted. If it was like cracked or broken, which they wouldn't be, but I mean, if it digs, as I said, the wood's actual veneer, not factory press crap. But if, you know, then it wouldn't be sold. It has to be 2 times durability. If it's not that, at least, and it's not one, you know, saying I won't sell because it's broken in my opinion, but saying that's got slightly graphic, like heat. Got to remember it's very hot, so the graphic can move over to the left slightly or the right. Now that doesn't mean that there's like a blank spot where the board's just white, right? The whole graphic will still be coloured. That's why when I do the drawing, I have the main thing in the background. I do the colour. I do extra big just so I can, if there's any more cut off that needs happening. If that does that make sense at all when I print the graphic on? So like I just need to find a board with a bloody graphic on it. This one. So like the graphic was actually probably like this big. You know what I mean? And then just so when I print on larger size before I sand it down so big, so then this one wants a 34, 36, 32. Like I said, this is a 34mm, and I believe this is a 36. Yeah, you can just see that little bit. Wait, it's not even really showing up. It's probably best to do it on this side. About 36, 34. So I really work different. And they are, when they're this size, I'm hands sanded. They're like freestyle. I don't know, there's no mould. But I do, because I have that artistic eye, I really see the shape. And that's because I've done stonemasonry, carpentry. So I brought that skill anyway. So like I've just come into fingerboarding like, hey, I could just make wood and put it together, like, you know what I mean? I know carpentry, I know I was a stonemasonry. I was a stonemason. I was a stonemason, and I was going to do a course in college. When I was younger, I'd done Stewie out of Family. I know stone's different, but then I did work on wood as well. And I worked on lathes and, you know, making bowls and spindles, stuff like that to, you know, I work with, like, I know all types of wood, like from Purple Heart. So I am way more, it's not just into fingerboarding or skating, but art, and also I know a lot about wood carpentry and stuff like that. So as I said, bringing that skill over to the fingerboarding, not even just fingerboarding, like making the fingerboards, because they are guarantee you the best fingerboards, they will be the best fingerboards on the market. And that's because one, I've worked on 700 boards consistently every single day, so I get it perfect. Two, I bought the best quality wood that I can get, so I'm not shortcutted because it's not about that. And three, I'm constantly just being nice and, you know, doing like giveaways sometimes. As I know you can't be too nice to be mugged off, but it's just, you know, giving as a company to your community for sure. And as I said, there's going to be a giveaway. There are also mystery packs. I've removed the blank boards from it because I don't want people to get repeats of a blank board. Because you won't get repeats. There's 400 graphics to cycle through at the moment, and I'm adding more every day. But I have added now, in place of them, glow in the dark boards, which is actually just better. It's just made the mystery packs better. Because the mystery packs are 20 normally, and it comes and you have a chance to get a board that's what either worth £35 or £42 to 45. So it's 35 to 42 to 45. Those are the three prices in a £20 mystery pack. Because the good old days when I grew up, right, used to get stuff like collect these. Wait, where has it gone? Bro, it's like nostalgia bait right here, right? People might not remember Go-Go's, Pokemon, things like that. Growing up, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was an opening and not knowing what you're gonna get, and I was like, I really wanted to do that. So I've obviously made mystery packs with the fingerboards, but they can't be like the same price as a board because it'd be ridiculous. If I charge people like £35 for a mystery pack every time, so I'm like, okay, £20 is a baseline for a mystery pack. I think that's good because you don't know what board you're getting. You won't get a repeat, but it's not that you don't get the choice in the graphic. So I feel like with that, you might get a graphic you're not the keenest on. So spending 20 is fair because you still potentially get a glow in the dark board or board with a graphic. I've removed the blank from it now. So if you want a blank board, you have to go buy a blank board individually. Sorry, Bubba, my iPad's somewhere. I have no idea. I'll check it out. Yeah, I was obviously got to come off in a minute so I can get everything ready. Yeah. So I'm just really trying to like push this spring sail. 2 seconds, everybody. Yeah, so in a minute I will be heading off. Oh, brain fog today, as I said, and my fingerboarding has been so crap today, honestly. It's been diabolical. See what I mean? Terrible. Oh well, I don't even know. I'm going to go do what I've got to do, come back in like an hour. So I probably won't even go live again today, guys, because I feel like I need to lock in with the fingerboarding, like seriously lock in. Because I don't even understand it. I don't know if other people get it, but I'll be fingerboarding, I'm doing so well, and then the next day I come back to it, it's gone. I'm like, what? How is that even possible? Oh, it doesn't make any sense. and it hurts my little brain. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, go check out, there's a deal. I am going to be giving the giveaway today, so please sign up to our website if you want to be considered for the giveaway, because it'll be like 4 o'clock when I announce it. So it's plenty of time. For me, by the way, in the UK, it is 1:20, so I've got like what, 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, just see it. Well, obviously it's not, because it's one day, so just say 2.5 hours, right? 2.5 hours-ish. I could push it to 6, really. Let's just say 6, actually, to be fair. But yeah, sign up. Oh, God, the text went piss off. Sorry. Right, yeah, you've got until 6 to sign up. And then I'm going to be, I'll announce it tonight as well. I'll find it and then I'll post a video on it. Because posting a video just feels like the easiest way to announce it other than a live. So people can see it, but I'll say this person's won. I don't have to say the name. You know, I could just say, oh, actually, that's a good point. That's actually a good point. Someone might want confidentiality and not want to know who won. So, oh man, yeah, okay, it'll be a private announcement then, but I will let people know if it's over and done with. Obviously, if you don't get, you know, don't get a message, just assume. There's a lot of people to message, so just assume you didn't win, unfortunately. But I mean, as I said, with this competition, there's been no effort required to win it. You simply just have to be signed up to the website. That's it. No, and it's an email and a name. So when you go onto like any website, it's like register, log in, that sort of thing. Just so I know that. Because the people, last time I tried doing this on the other platform, I went around asking about 5 different people, and they're like, oh, bro, I love the fact of Fingerboard, I wouldn't Fingerboard myself. I love the art. You know, I love watching the business progress and stuff like that. So I was like, great. So obviously that's lovely to know that. It's not all about customers. I've always said this, but then it just became a challenge for me trying to find somebody who's a winner, and like that just became a bit more of a ball ache. So people who have signed up to the website and know about it either have purchased from me before, or are considering getting aboard in the future. Either or. So then I know, and you might even be in a chance to win. There's 30 people at the moment signed up. Remember, like I said, there's returning customers. How many people? A lot of them, the people come back. Like, there's one guy that came back multiple times in the same month to get multiple waxes, grip tapes, a few boards and stuff like that. Right, truthfully, he sorted out that month's worth of wood. What a legend, right? Because it's got to keep the business afloat. That's the truth. It's a very difficult one. It's expensive. That's why I can't afford any more bearings myself. But it's just like you don't. That's what you've got to give up on the simple pleasures you want if you want something to do well. In my opinion, like that. You know, you can't just expect it to like flourish without giving it that attention. Like someone said earlier, like I really respect how I come on alive every single day, and to be honest, I feel that's one thing. Like a lot of people just think, oh, it's going to be real easy, but truthfully, like the guy was on spot on. It is so draining, you know. And this at the beginning, normally at the beginning, but I feel like it's quite funny. It's the time that people seem to be getting up and going to work, and I just get this barrage of like absolute just hate. Like people really don't like, you know, they're like, oh, I get a job, da da da, all this nasty negativeness. And at the end of the day, it just, I mean, it's just what goes around comes around at the end of it. But I say it doesn't bother me, but it's a very draining process every single day, truthfully. 2 seconds. But yeah, as I say, I will be back on. I've got to leave in about 15 minutes, and then after that, when I come back on, I mean, I'm going to come back straight away and I'm going to warm up as quick as I can. I'm just like lock in the kitchen, headphone in, fingerboard. And once I've kind of like locked in with the fingerboarding, I'll come back in and I'll just say like, you know, it'll be a sesh live, and I'll talk a little bit, but it'll mainly just be trying to lock in and get those tricks. Because like I can get stuff like switch flip to overcroaked, or switch flip to blunt side, and then the tail flip out, like, you know, into a tail or something, and then switch flip out again. I don't know. I can do quite a few things on the fingerboard, but I need to lock in, and I know for a fact I don't lock in when I'm like trying to, like, you know, talk to people and stuff like that. It's very difficult. So I rate the people who manage to do both of those things. It's kind of wild. But yeah, guys, I don't want people to miss out on that opportunity to win that the competition, the fingerboard, because as I said, there are like barely any glow in the dark boards on the market, and there don't seem to be people making any more. Even people who have companies who make fingerboards, it's difficult because you can't. Paint doesn't really work, especially if you like think about when you spray a board to give it a coating. It's like an alcohol. It kind of acts like an alcohol. It eats away at stuff. So the ink needs to be proper, like durably, like heat pressed into the wood, right? For one, if you then try to use a glow in the dark paint over it, it would just smear, and you can't then coat it and then put the paint over it, especially if you want to do thin like detail lines like I have. So I think the truth is people just haven't figured it out, and obviously it's going to stay that way because having that little what's the word, it's like one over on something, you know what I mean, like on the competition. But like I'm not trying to then steal it to just make more money. I'm trying to broaden people's horizons. So I mean, realistically, I know it's like to have no money. Look, I'll just show people my bloody bearing that doesn't roll, right? So I put more money into my business. I'm on the same levels where people think, oh, people are always rich in their business. Like, no, I don't think I'll ever be rich because I give too much into my business. I give too much into, you know, all things like that. Rather than actually, do you get where I'm coming from? I actually give my all to business instead, or like my partner, things like that. Never all to me. So it's never about being rich anyway. Rich in experience, you know, for sure. Oh, so guys, it's just pissing it down now. I'm not, oh, great, and I have to just sit in the rain for like an hour. So it's annoying because obviously with the arthritis, my hand seize up. So from actually going out in the cold for like an extended period of time, it almost just reverts. All the warming up my hands have done, and they seize up again. It's so shit. It is what it is, life now. I mean, things, you know. Anyway, shut up, Josh. So I just got to do this. Thinking to myself here, when you got like 100 tasks to do, like, yeah, tick it off. Too many tasks, man. I'm thinking, guys, I am going to do 3 giveaways. I think that's a really good thing. So as I said, I'm going to pick 3 people. Because I think 1 or 2, I don't know, it's not about best price or last place. I don't think I'm going to do the beanie. Because I'm like, it feels a bit pointless. Someone might not want a beanie, someone might not even wear beanies, so what's the point? Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I think doing a whole pack of wax, doing a glow in the dark board, doing grip tapes and a nail file, and a sticker pack, I think is a bargain. But I mean, a mystery glow in the dark boards are like 40. What are they? 42 or 45, depending on if it's 36 or whatever. But yeah, as I said, to be picked, there's 30 people at the moment signed up to the website. If you're signed up to that, it's only about being subscribed to it. And I'm being honest, if you guys want to just sign up and then win and then delete your account, that's fine. But it's just because I cannot be chasing people around being like, oh, do you want a board? Oh, you want a board? Do you want a board? Oh, you know, it says, I've done a random generator. It says, do you want a board? And they're like, nah, actually, I just watch you for the content. Or So I need to know that people want the boards. You know, they want, they're going to use them, or at least have it on the wall, give it to somebody you care about. I don't know. It's going to be useful to the person, not just like, oh, okay, cool, and it just goes in the bin. Because a lot of work goes into fingerboards. And if someone wins something, I know people are more likely to just, if they don't want it, to just chuck it because you don't care about it. So there's my dilemmas. So if, as I said, if you want it, really is easy. It's like signing up to any website. It's not like a scam or anything. Like you can see as people have signed up to it already. Go check this customer reviews. I mean, honestly, if you want to wait this one out, I completely understand because I know there's so many scams out there at the moment. And just watch the customers come out like who have won, who will win this, this competition, and I'll be like, can you post a video about it and give a shout out and stuff like that, whoever wins. And then through more times of that, people will see, okay, you actually doing these giveaways. It's stressing. So you don't have to put like address in or anything like that at first. And then obviously when you win, to be able to send it to you. But you can do a PO box. I always say that to people. People worry about addresses. If you have a PO box, I can send it to that. I just try to be accommodating. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the best thing you can do in your business. And unfortunately, the world is full of scams. Believe me, I understand it because people try and scam me all the bloody time with the business. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy actually. I think I get more scams now potentially than I would do if I didn't have a business. I think because they see you as a target, like, yeah, cool, money. Poor, wrong. I'm just not poor. No, I'm not rich at all. No, I'm rich with experience, as they say, or like with like the knowledge of like my business, but that's it. But yeah, that's fine, funny. But yeah, people, as I say, people, I understand people want to wait out first one. Completely understandable. But the winner will be announced literally like, what time is it? I'll probably do it about 7 o'clock. I'll announce the winner because 6 o'clock will be final draw. In that hour, I pick find the winners, do the random draw, and then yeah. As I said, you can't beat that, bro. You can't beat that, guys. It's a bargain. And as I said, winner is going to win a glow in the dark board. That's worth £45. Well, there's 3 winners. Oh, 3 winners now. Shit, yeah. 3 glow in the dark boards. Or, no. It'd be unfair because you can't do first, second, or third places like that. It's just 3 winners. You pick 3 people who have won. Right, that's what I'm gonna do. So you're gonna get the same quality of stuff. I feel like I need to do the same graphic then for people. Otherwise, it's like, you know, if you don't get the same graphics, like, I wanted that graphic, I wanted this graphic. Unless I just do, okay, there are these, and then people win what they win. I let people know that these are the 3 prizes, and boom. I mean, if you as a community want to get, you know, do you want to trade? Because imagine like trading card when I grew up, like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it's a similar thing. Say if you guys got a board that you don't like and the other person has a board that you do want and you both want to swap, then that's why we have this platform, this community, because you can get in contact with each other and be like, oh God, like, bro, did you like your graphic? Oh yeah, I liked your one more, can we swap? I think that's also why it's cool to have this community, because as I said, 3 winners are going to win glow in the dark boards. They're all going to be glow in the dark boards, but there'll be different types of boards. So as I said, if one person doesn't like the board, reach out maybe, and maybe the other person will like your graphic and want to do a swap. I think that's the best thing about this community. Obviously, don't use the board if you don't like it, and maybe they'll do a swap. And that's why I think it's also, when I grew up, you know, trading card games and, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, it gives that similar vibe of being able to, like, you go in, you're like, oh, I've got this deck, I've got this deck, I've got this, oh, do you want to swap? Do you know what I mean? Because I want this to be like major for a few things. Glow in the dark boards, I want it to be known for like real list, like crazy amount of graphics, and not like spending any, like, not wasting any quality either. It's not like I'm doing quantity over quality there, because I draw day and night. I love drawing. I've drawn ever since I was young, so to me drawing's quite easy, to be honest. But then using that skill and being able to like do really affordable boards for people. Yeah, anyway, as I said, so he's having us go to probably about 20 graphics a week at some point when I can, because I want to be able to have like, so many graphics that people can build up this real collection. And my brain is like one of those brains that's like constantly thinking of new designs and ideas and patterns. So, you know, and as I said, you probably will never get a graphic that's just the same, you know, a repeat of a graphic. So I'm on I will do come back around on some graphics, obviously at 400 at the moment. So even 400 graphics in, chances of you guys getting the same board, very unlikely, even if I have to buy multiple mystery packs, because mystery packs at one time when I do them, I mainly do like 1 or 2 maximum of the same graphic, just in case a person does happen to get 2 mystery packs and happen to get that one board. There are the 2 same boards. So if you do, you can change it up. That's fine. I will let people change it up. Even if it's open, obviously, just not use the board. You open the packaging. I make the packaging here so I can always repackage something as long as it has not been used at all. And you can really tell because they're like so polished in a way, because you know what I mean, because they've got nice coating on them, UV and UV and clear coat, so you know when it's been even used slightly, so don't even think, oh yeah, I'll use it and then return it, because it won't work. But yeah, happy hunting. I'm joking, but as I said, I'll show people the graphics that are going to be out. They're probably going to be these alien ones, because I have a few of these ones that I can do. But yeah, a few of these alien ones. I have no idea. It could be a few different random, I don't know. But as I said, there will be glow in the dark boards that people will be getting. And as I said, you can't beat it. Right, 1 for the competition, and 2, as I said, the spring sale on anyway. Even if you feel like you're missing out, you can go get yourself a glow in the dark board or a mystery pack and get a board for £15 right now. Absolute bargain, right? So get one of those boards, £15. Obviously you can't just go and buy it like that, so to get it at £15 you have to go to section, go to shop, find mystery pack, click on mystery pack, add it to checkout, go to checkout, and it will tell you added spring sale automatically. You don't have to add a code. I've done it so the code automatically applies at checkout. And the mystery pack that has a glow in the dark fingerboard in it, Canadian made for heat transfer graphics, 2 times durability, 24-hour glow in the dark quality board. Like I got one like this with the cow and the alien. I have no idea. There's loads of different glow in the dark boards, or the one that I'm using. Yeah, you'll get one of those in the mystery packs. At the moment, I've decided with the mystery packs to remove the glow. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I've decided to remove the blank boards from the mystery packs, because the way it would have worked out is, unfortunately, think about it, if I've got a massive rotation of graphics, like 400 graphics and still going, then when because I'm drawing all the time, so I'm decided to go a little bit easier on the graphics. Sometimes it doesn't matter really, because then I can do lower price on the board. Do you know what I mean? But the price is already kind of as low as I can kind of go. But anyway, back to the main point. So when it comes down to the graphics, 400 graphics is a lot, and I'm keep on going. So the chance of getting the same graphic, and there's one of a kind graphics I do, the chance of getting the same one are very slim. But by doing one of a kind graphic, you're not likely to, it's beneficial by a company doing that, because one, they're rarer, and two, you never get the chance of doing a repeat of the same graphic, right? So 400 graphics in, as I said, you can, the mystery packs right now £20 with a discount code, they then go to 15. They're Canadian maple, they will glow in the dark boards in them. You know, I've decided to remove the blank boards, because by doing blank boards in the mystery packs, that acted as a potential repeat of a graphic. If you imagine a blank board as a graphic, let's say a blank board is a board, let's just say it's called the OG on the website, let's just say it generally is, we class a blank board as a type of graphic. Even though it has no graphic, it's blank, that is the graphic. Then if someone was to get mystery packs and keep getting blanks, I don't know, it would annoy me a little bit. So I'm like, I feel like if I remove the blanks from it, because I don't even make blank boards all that often, you know what I mean? I don't make plain blank boards all too often. So by removing those but adding glow in the dark boards means I can actually make less boards that let blank, and that if you want to buy a blank board you can, it's still 20, that it would be in the same price as getting it in a mystery pack, but now it's more convenient for people, because you won't get it. Because I see, if you see a blank board as a type of graphic, right, it's not a graphic, but I mean, whereas imagine the blankness is a graphic, if you get this on repeat, it'd be annoying in a mystery pack. But where there's 400 different graphics, chances of you getting it, if I just remove the blank boards, you'll always pretty much get a new board in the mystery packs, like every single time. So I mean, I think we've got 3 mystery packs here at the moment, but as I said, you get like glow in the dark board, and I've now added the glow in the dark boards, which are worth 42 or 45, and the mystery packs are 20. But at the moment, the mystery packs have got an automatic, like everything's got an automatic discount code, spring sale on the website, and it just automatically applies it to you, and that's 25%. So you'll get a mystery pack for 15, which means you'll get a glow in the dark board, which is originally 45, down to £15. That is literally a bargain. You can't beat that. And so I'm going to be like, potentially one of these ones, or my personal favourite, which is 36mm one at the moment. That look weird then with the lighting on it reflecting, but I think it's just the way the light adjusted. But yeah, they're slightly water resistant as well. Heat transfer graphics, real wear. They're normally 45, and people go, that's expensive. For like, they're not. I mean, I wouldn't argue that with anyone anymore, because I thought fingerboards were expensive until I started making them and realised how delicate you are. You know, you really kind of have to be with it. They're so small, you know what I mean? That, you know, working in millimetres, if you take too much off, that's it, you've ruined the whole thing. They have to go in the mould for 24 hours. If they don't, they start to like sponge, because wood glue, I don't know if people know, but it starts to expand and it takes 24 hours to cure. Like it says on the back of it, you know, sandable in 24 minutes or an hour. But then if you keep reading it, say, but fully cures in 24 hours. People seem to skip that bit and take out the mould after 4 hours, and I'm like, that. No wonder your quality's so shit. Like, not dismaying, because there's some brilliant quality balls out there that I get jealous in a way. I'm like, oh, that's really nice. You know what I mean? So I'm not just, but there's a lot of companies that use terrible woods, put 4 hours into the mould, and then it loses its shape and its pop. I mean, literally the difference. Wait, one second, I have to find this now. Oh, where did I put it? Okay, here you go. Here's the difference between one that's left in more for 4 hours and 24 hours, right? it's duller. You can hear the difference in the pot. Like, it sounds duller because it's not bouncing back up, but way more crisp than that. And that's because it's expanded, and when they've taken out the mold, and you can see it so clearly when you look at the board side by side. Same mold, same wood, different amount of time. That's literally all it is. So that's why I tell people, how do you make such good quality boards? Be more patient, leaving a mold for 24 hours. People don't have that patience. And then you've got to spray it and leave that for 24 hours after you spray it, just to make sure that, you know, it fully cures in the coating. And then, you know, you maybe do another coating or something with it. Well, not normally after 24 hours, within a few hours, then leave it for 24 hours fully. But my point is, a lot of work goes into making the boards, a real lot of tremendous. And I was shocked when I started doing it, but it became a little passion project, and boom, here we are. But as I said, best deal you'll get anywhere for glow in the dark boards, and it's really going to knock them. There's some glow in the dark boards for like 100, 200 pounds. So to get it for 40 as a standard, and then in the 45, sorry, and then get it in the mystery pack for 20, at the price of 15 because of a summer saving. Well, sorry, a spring sale, 25% off, so it's £15. You ain't getting a board anywhere. I promise you now. And if you want to, that's fine. If you want to, honestly, there's people who are already won, because there's customers that I've got to pick from. I just don't want anyone else to miss it and go, oh, I wish I had that opportunity. So I had it last time. But, oh, I wish I'd done it. I was like, I did warn people. I'm letting people know many times in advance. I've done like so many lives today. I've been on a live for multiple hours combined, and I said it, drop it every now and again, just so people can be really aware. Because I want people to understand I am picking the winner today. That's it, right? And it just gets people on their toes, thinking quick, like, oh, do I, you know, become a customer? Do I get some quickly over? Because this is a push. Now, this is the real push. Anyway, as I said, I have to pretty much dash now. I don't have much time. Finishing 28, don't worry about it, but I will be ready. I'm leaving pretty much now. I just want people to get, sorry for messing my partner. I just want people to see the rush, because lots of people wait. Yeah, to be fair. See, it's annoying because it is, because it's crushed, so I have to undo this later. I don't know why I pulled it up then. I will. I'm literally just going to say I'm leaving in a sec. I just read the text and responding. I thought you were still on the live. Anyway, as I said, so later on I'll be back on a little bit, because I said I really want to get this push. I'll let people know who the winner is in due course today. People will find out who the winner is. I'm actually excited both for people. I really am. 2 seconds, I need to drink before I leave. Actually, I'm just going to quickly do this now. But yes, I really appreciate all the support, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been able to fingerboard today. My arthritis has been awful today, to the point where, like, I'm now close to getting in contact with the doctor, because I had to take 2 ibuprofen, which is not like me. The mobility is, it's not even pain necessarily. It makes me want to cry, because I'm just not, like, literally, I'm not even joking. Like, I've lost my mobility. I feel like an old man. It is absolutely horrible. I mean, it's going to happen given the condition, but still. Anyway, as I said, I will be back on. I really appreciate the support, guys. I mean, let's say 45 minutes to an hour. I don't actually have no idea how long, really, roughly. We'll find out. I'll be back on. You'll see me pop up. But yeah, so I really appreciate the support. Please go check out the website, and also, as I said, the sale is on, and I'm also doing a giveaway. Just remember that if people are coming through, that's why I keep saying it, because, you know, just in case. Anyway, peace, love, and sorry I'm a bit all over the place now. I have brain fog, always do when I'm about to do something. But yeah, peace, love, I'll catch you guys in